The Supreme Court issued two major rulings Friday on the last day of the term. In one case, the justices sided with a web designer who refused to service same-sex couples. In the other, the High Court struck down the Biden administration's student loan relief program. For more on navigating your finances after the student loan decision, let's bring in Monique White. She's a financial expert and head of community at Self Financial. So, Monique, how can student loan repayments factor into someone's long-term financial planning?
Yeah, a really big decision has been made right now, and a lot of Americans will feel the impact of that in their budget. But most importantly, and especially why I'm here, there's a few things that you can do to make sure that you are prepared for your repayments. So you want to make sure that you're checking your budget. You want to get an overview, a bird's eye view of what's coming in and what's going out, so that you can have a clear understanding of how much you can pay each month. You also want to make sure that you're checking your credit report. Not a lot of people know that student loans do have an impact on your
Mm.
score. And on time payments are 35% of your score, and they're going to report on time payments or late payments. So you want to make sure that that score is really strong.
Yeah,
You
I
also,
was just going to say on the credit report, I mean, that really matters because, you go to buy a house, get a mortgage, and you can be unpleasantly surprised by what's on that report.
exactly. That's what happened to me when I was 22 years old. I neglected my student loans my freshman year of college. And when I went to go apply for an auto loan, I was denied. I had no idea the severity or how long it could impact my finances.
And it takes a long time to claw that back. I don't think most people realize that. It doesn't take long to really damage your score, but it really can take several years to rebuild your score as well.
Yeah, it can be unforgiving completely.
Okay, so let's get back to the student loans. How does student loan debt really hold back families?
Yeah, I mean, for the past 3 years, a lot of people have not made any payments towards their federal student loan. So to come in with a brand new payment that could be anywhere from $50 to $500, especially if things are tight, that can be really difficult to add that into your budget, and it can take away from the essentials that you need every month.
When you look at this big picture, what you often hear is that the student loan impact really prevents a lot of people from getting into home ownership, which is where most people are able to really accrue the most equity for the future. They put off starting a family and they avoid government jobs, public service, because they just don't pay as well. Is that part of the broader impact sort of to the economy and society?
Well, Vantage just recently did a study, and they found that 35 to 75% of the 40 million Americans that have student loan or are in student loan forbearance, they're going to miss their payment, and that could impact their score by 50 points, which is could be holding them back from purchasing a auto loan or buying a home or starting a business. Really just preventing some of those financial goals that they have in mind.
And just in the final few seconds, let's say you've been kind of standing by, you have not been paying your loans. Now the decision from the Supreme Court. I mean, could you be looking at really, really hefty payments in the short term, like the next 6 months? And if so, how do you deal with that?
There's two things that you can do. So you can ask for help. There are student loan counselors available where you can exercise your options, review your budget, and figure out how much you can pay. Or you can be proactive, contact your lender, let them know about your income, your expenses. Those are things that they do take into consideration, and you can figure out a payment plan that fits your budget.
Monique White, thanks for your insight and tips. We appreciate it.
Thank you.